You know, we're going to play Rocket League. Wants to talk or
No, I'm just going to talk.
I might just play, just keep my brain going.
I might join you if you get bored of the conversation, Jake.
It's about midway through the podcast. Imagine. Just like, nah, fuck this.
What should we use as like a visual for the video? Should we use like this, just like stock video, or I can like download stock video from
Just do us.
websites?
A
Yeah.
logo or something like that.
Yeah, logo. Yeah.
Just upload the foot of your arsehole.
Actually, yeah, to be fair, I'd like to see that.
With that,
I've
Jake, you
heard-
could make an OnlyFans account. You've already got 2 customers.
There's a few thousand more.
Yeah, man. Fuck selling keyrings to sell pictures of your asshole.
Yeah.
How much is a keyring normally? Sell it for that price?
But yeah.
You know, here, how about you put the 2
$3.50.
together, right? So not
One for
only are
the-
you selling pictures of your asshole, but you're selling pictures of a your asshole
Oh,
inside
shit.
a keyring.
Bloody hell, that's like revolutionised the
Yeah.
OnlyFans game.
I'm going to, what was that popular OnlyFans girl a few months ago, Bella Delphine or some shit like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get in contact with her, become a new marketing manager with ideas like that.
No, I like it. Joe, did you say you have no idea? Piss off.
I don't actually.
I don't believe
What's
that
her
for
name?
1 second.
What's her
No
name?
way.
Bella Delphine or something? Is it Bella Delphine? Bella Delphine?
That's the one.
Bella. Bella what?
Delphine.
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 She's the one who sold her bathwater.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, I know you're about now. Yeah, she's weird.
She disappeared, didn't she? I'm sure,
She
because
got
there's lots of
banned,
YouTube
I
videos
think.
about her.
She got banned.
Or was it banned?
I think so, yeah. I can't remember what she did now.
No, did some one of the waters like infected or something, and someone got herpes or something, didn't they?
Yeah, but she did put a disclaimer on the box that it's not drinking water, so
Yeah. It's if someone got herpes or something.
they didn't get herpes.
I don't know if that's... Is
That's
that possible?
complete
That's what I
bullshit.
heard. I'm
Yeah,
gonna quickly Google it. Herpes
Yeah.
what? What's
I
that?
don't think you can.
I don't think herpes would survive that long anyway.
Yeah.
Away from the
You're
body.
probably right.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty easy to like...
Did
it's
people
something that would
contract
circulate.
herpes after drinking this kind of stuff? We could talk about it.
Oh, I pressed
No,
record
yeah.
like 5 minutes
It got debunked.
It got debunked.
It says
no
here.
shit, really?
I can't believe
Yeah.
it.
Wow. How long does
mean-
herpes last outside the body?
Also, like,
I don't really know.
if it was the case, people wouldn't just be like drinking it; they'd try and fuck it, wouldn't they? So
Yeah, people. I 100% confident that someone's used it as lube.
oh yeah, like yeah,
it was surprising.
100%, yeah. Some dodgy ego shit.
There's some weird people out there, and
That's what
she
Jake would probably do.
and she cornered the market, like revolutionized the market.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it revolutionising, but I know what you mean.
she was like the Steve Jobs of
Selling bathwater.
fans or whatever her platform was. Yeah. No, but think about it, right? She was like the celebrity of it, you know.
That's true, you know.
Yeah.
Did she do that weird like face as well in it, and people were, like fucking jizzing over it?
Yeah,
So
she's got
Yeah.
like a weeb vibe to it all.
like weird, like elfie or some shit.
Like some weeb shit.
Not about it.
No, I'm not I'm like that child type of, you know.
No, what do you call it? What, is it CMR
Yeah.
or something where you, like, you talk like
Oh,
weird into
ASMR.
mic? Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Wait, are we recording now?
Yeah, I've been recording
Yes, yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, Jake's into that shit, right, Jake?
Yeah, man, he likes to watch people like eat bread and shit like that. That
Eat
kind of
bread?
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen him where they like eat stuff into the camera?
Have you seen
It's the mic-
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen mukbang? I think it's called mukbang.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah,
That
yeah.
is disgusting. What the
Mukbang?
fuck?
Grim shit.
Look it
It's
up,
like you know.
right?
Oh, mate.
It's pretty much people eating some extreme stuff. Like there's videos like these Japanese girls, and maybe that's racist or not. I don't know.
Oh, who cares?
And basically they eat like a whole hog or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Where they'll eat the whole
seen
thing.
one-
They have like 5 bites and then they throw it away. So,
Is
like,
it almost like Japanese or Chinese almost is like scream when she's eating that big ass fish which is like 10
There's them
foot
as well.
big.
There's the ones as well where they eat like really noisy foods, like
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
that's
it's
the-
horrible.
Like
It's
squid. You see the one where she has a squid on her face and like yanking her eye out sort of thing.
no.
And
Yeah,
there's-
yeah, there's,
Mate, I think you stumbled upon hentai there. I don't know.
I've seen all this on Facebook.
I know what Joe's talking about. There is a few videos of people eating live squid and octopus. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Not about that.
And you can find all this on Facebook.
Can you actually? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I sound shocked.
It's all over YouTube as well. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's something which we in Jake's Bank.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
so
a lot
why
of
is
stuff
it-
in there.
what have you got in there?
Bit of everything.
Bit of everything.
Yeah.
So child porn, Jake.
List it
Yes,
off.
man.
I know that. Yeah.
Dwarf porn.
List off your most viewed.
What?
Get your folder up and just like sort by recently
Yeah.
opened.
How do you sort it? Do you have like
This
Yeah,
is sort by
I think-
do you have
2002.
most viewed or do you have it categorized? What do you do? When you...
Yeah.
I mean, I just got on Pornhub to its point of view.
Ah, I know what you're into that. So have you got like you're getting the VR headset experience in there, or no?
Nah, just the speakers. Out loud.
Out loud.
Oh,
Do you like to watch people cross swords, Jake?
Well, like, comes in streams or.
Comes in streams.
You never
Dirty
cross
Dirty boy.
Never cross streams.
No.
Oops, sorry.
No,
Right, can we keep it PG, please?
Just because we're talking about your wank bank.
Yeah,
Well,
we need to keep
probably
it
do.
PG.
Who's your
for all
favourite
them
porn star, Jake?
sponsorships of this podcast
Who's
that
your favourite
hasn't
porn
even
star, Jake?
released an
Come on.
episode yet.
Favourite porn star, Jake. Favourite porn star.
I don't even know him by name, to be honest.
Well, you should.
No,
Yeah,
They
man,
have
have a bit of
feelings. They
respect,
have
a bit of
lives. They have
respect, Jake.
feelings. They're out there getting smashed for your pleasure, Jake.
Holy shit.
I watched was it like September or something when I was younger, and like do like a porn star episode, and they all talk about how much they enjoy it. So it's not just my
Not-
pleasure.
Not all of them enjoy it. Some are forced into it, Jake.
Well, I mean,
Ah, man, that's dark. Ah, shit.
I was watching an episode of Louis
Hold on.
Theroux's sex
Alright.
trafficking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah, it's
all the
awful.
girls, they all say the same things. Oh, it's good money. I can have good sex. Some of the guys are quite handsome, and they keep like reassuring the idea that's what they do. It's their choice. And then end of the episode, they're like crying because their pimp's been knocking them about, and
Yeah.
yeah, and they've lost money, so they've got no money to give back to the pimp, so they're gonna get knocked about again.
Have you seen the Ross
Vicious
Kemp
cycle,
documentary
No.
about it? And there's one about, well, there's quite a few, but there's one about gypsies, and there's one about, well, the darkest one is one in India, when they're like, you know, going to these villages, kidnapping children. It's awful. It's worth a watch though, but yeah, it's very dark.
Yeah, I realise
Not funny.
we've taken this down a dark path, and I think we should.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Let's
a bit.
start bullying
I don't know
Jake
how
again.
we got to this bit.
Yeah.
We spiraled pretty
You know
quickly.
what?
so
We
we've
actually
been
got
fine.
back from this bit from Jake's bank. So
Actually, yeah, man. What's in your fucking one bank?
What about football or not?
you want to talk
No,
about
it's-
football? We can talk
it's
about
Jake's
football.
bank.
What would you like to start with, Jake, regarding football?
Do you think it's too soon to resume the Premier League?
No.
Well, I don't think so. There's a lot of negatives. Oh, the tests have come back negatives now, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so as
In-
long as
in-
they live, you know, like a sheltered life, it should be okay, right? In theory.
Yeah.
You'd imagine so in a controlled environment, especially with the amount of precautions that they have in the Premier League. I think it'd be fine as long as they are doing what they're doing currently. But as soon as they start fucking going off and doing haircuts and stuff,
Yeah.
whatever else they do, like Serge Aurier, then it starts to become a bit of a problem, doesn't it?
Sergio, yeah, wandering
Yeah.
on the pitch and off the pitch.
Bit like Kyle
mean-
Walker too.
Didn't
Walker, Jesus.
Mm.
no, yes, at the start of lockdown. Didn't Sterling go to one of the protests, or did he just tweet about it?
I don't know. I saw Anthony Joshua.
I don't know. I don't think he has, because what I've seen on Twitter is that a lot of people are having to go at Sterling for not
Yeah, but
taking
how?
part of the protest.
Because he said the thing, didn't he? He said racism is the only pandemic we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
And it's quite disrespectful to all the people that died from it, and all the NHS workers have been
Yeah.
working 17 hours a day.
Sure.
Yeah.
I understand it's a massive issue, but let's not take away what we're dealing with.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Difficult to comment on that side of it as well, being 4 white guys. So
I am Ginger, God's sake.
10 minutes and 30 seconds to 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
I'm not white, I'm Ginger.
11
Joe.
minutes and 30 seconds, cut it out.
perfect.
Alright, will do. Joe, what's your favourite current Premier League player? Oh,
I
here.
think probably Aubameyang.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a fair shout. Being an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because well, obviously watching Arsenal, everyone else is shite, and it's only a player who shows passion and who is a superstar. Like he does so much for for the team. Such an important player.
How's Guendouzi doing?
This season he's been average. Last season much better.
For his age, no, he's a good.
For his
talent.
age, yeah.
Do
He's a
you
player to watch out.
do you think Aubameyang will stay? Because there's been rumours about a contract. He might accept a contract. I think they're tapping up his dad a bit, giving him a bit more money and stuff. I think from what I've heard.
I can't see which club right now will sign him. I thought it would have been maybe Barcelona, but they obviously want Neymar. Maybe going to Real Madrid, but I can only see if he goes to Real Madrid if it's part of the Jovic deal, because apparently Arsenal want Jovic. But
Right. Could you maybe
nobody
see
knows really.
How many
maybe
years?
Inter Milan or something? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Like maybe Inter Milan, they seem to be hoovering up all the
Perhaps, but I think
Premier League players.
yeah, but I think Arsenal paying more wages than Inter Milan right now.
I think that. How
Yeah,
many
that's fair enough,
years are left on his contract?
Has he got?
Only one more year.
Right. I can understand if he had a few years that a lot of clubs won't take him because of his age and the current situation.
Yeah, I think next year he'll be 32. I think next year.
I'll have a look now.
I think he's 30 or 31 right now.
Yeah.
And is that I was obviously asking for ridiculous wages. No club out there I'm gonna pay ridiculous wages where they can probably sign a youngster. Have potential, probably the same value.
His contract runs out in July 2020. So this
Yeah, so you.
a month's time. It runs out now.
No,
Ish.
really?
Every part of me wants to be here, and I never wanted to leave. So it says that he signed the contract to last until 2020. So
Alright, I thought it was next year.
Seriously, I thought it would be next year.
unless I think maybe that's why there's so much speculation around it, because it's running down.
In that case,
I
then
don't
that
know.
is a big thing.
Hold on a second, actually, I'm not sure.
I thought it was next year.
I wonder if Juve will take a punt on him if the reports about not being able to afford
Yeah.
Ronaldo after the situation.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of
That's
Ronaldo, aren't they?
possible.
They're trying to get rid of Higuain. They're trying to get rid of
Yeah, I
Pjanic.
think
trying to get rid of
Aubameyang would be a
Tweedy.
really good signing because then you could put
Yeah.
Dybala back into the centre.
I think he'd do
I
well
think
in
he
the
can put in the
centre.
wing as well, and he
Yeah.
can cut inside.
And you could put Aubameyang in front of him or on the
Yeah,
left.
even left wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bernadeschi on the right wing, that's a decent lineup.
So
Yeah,
why
just get
back
rid
to
of
see
players,
playing
I
at
don't know.
PSG?
Oh yeah, and they're trying to get rid of Ramsey. Ramsey is rumoured to go to United.
Fuck.
Hmm.
Who's going to pay his wages? They're
I have
mad.
no idea.
Uh,
Let's still loan him out. But yeah, apparently Cavani's can go to Atletico Madrid, which I've seen, or the MLS. And also Thiago Silva is rumoured with Arsenal.
Thiago Silva, the centre back.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. It might be good for a year or two, but how old is he now?
No, I
But-
was going to say he's
35, 36?
he's a lot better than Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No, I'm not taking a piss. I think he still can do it for a Champions League club.
You're probably right. Maybe he'd do it for a year or two. I know
That's very true.
Arsenal also rumoured with Bakayoko, or I don't know how you say his
Bloody hell,
name
that didn't
exactly.
work out too well with Chelsea, I suppose.
Yeah, do you know from Leipzig?
Oh, Uppercumbu or whatever.
That's it, yeah.
I can't pronounce it either. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah,
Bakayoko, I don't know. But he's
yeah.
really good. He looks really good.
Aubameyang's contract runs out in 2021, and they must have done a deal with him later on in the year. So it's the end of next season. It runs out. So time's ticking for them to sort that out.
I've also seen that Coutinho has got linked with Arsenal, but if we sign Coutinho, it's more stupid.
God, he's been linked around, hasn't he?
Depends how much his wages are. If you can get him on a
Yeah.
decent wage, then I think that would be a very good signing for you lot.
Yeah.
Especially if you'd offload Ozil instead and play Coutinho.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because of Ozil's wages.
I can see Coutinho going to Inter Milan or AC.
That could work. Have you seen that the PSG, one of their wonder kids is leaving on a free as well?
Which one?
Who?
Nkuzi or something. Apparently, he's supposed to be the next big thing. As a
Oh,
centre back.
Yeah, people's. Oh, yeah, I think I know about.
But he's leaving for free. They're just letting him go. But he's
He's
rumoured
like
to be
18 or something.
something like that. Yeah, but apparently he's really, really good.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably ain't going Dortmund.
I don't know where he's rumoured to go. He's called Tanguy Kouassi. His most likely destination apparently is Bayern or Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, a bit Dortmund. They take on youngsters.
Yeah. There's
Well,
rumours of him
apparently
going
Hummels
to a
is-
top 6 Premier League club, but
Apparently Hummels might be leaving, but I don't know if that's true or not.
yeah, that could happen too.
Going too much in Gladbach, but I don't know.
Don't they need new defenders, like new centre backs?
Well, yeah, I think they do.
They're getting a bit old now.
Yeah, they got rid of Boateng, don't they?
Yeah.
They've got. Well, yeah, I guess I was gonna say Pavard, but he just scored an own goal today, didn't he? So
Yeah, but it does look like a decent player now.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got a good shot on him as well, hasn't
Yeah.
Why do you think Timo Werner is going up to Chelsea instead of Liverpool?
Because Liverpool can't afford him.
he? Yeah, Chelsea
Got
are
the
backed
reason.
by. Like they were saying, I was watching an interview on Sky, and they were saying that clubs that are backed by owners that can just fund transfers without any kind of consequence, such as Chelsea, Man City, will be a lot more powerful than clubs that can't do that and
Plus,
generate
Chelsea,
government revenue.
this transfer ban's actually worked out in Chelsea's favour. Because
Yeah, I agree.
now they have a lot of money to spend without having to worry about FFP.
Yeah, that's very true.
And plus Klopp made a good point as well, because we're trying to tie down Van Dijk, Wijnaldum, and I can't remember the third player now. But he was saying I can't go into contract negotiations with these guys, saying the club doesn't have any money after spending 60 million on a new player.
It's very
I
true.
agree.
No, it's very
Yeah.
true.
So I'm completely fine with if Klopp wants to make this decision, and
Yeah.
I'm 100% behind him.
And you got to think as well. I mean, Chelsea operate in a completely different way. They have different revenue streams that Liverpool and clubs like that just don't have.
I think next season, I think Liverpool bounce back because I think they're getting the new sponsor with Nike, aren't they?
No, Liverpool raking it in regardless.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
I
know.
mean, in the sense that
They make even more money with Nike.
Oh yeah, I think that's the biggest kit deal going.
yeah.
But usually that's the case when a big team signs with a new kit. It's the biggest one going because everyone else is still in the middle of the contracts with other kit providers. So, for example, I'm sure the next time United strike up a new deal, theirs would be the biggest ever. It was just cycle over like
So
that.
I think when United signed with Adidas, that was meant to be like the biggest
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. And I'm sure the next one will be again. It's just a case of Liverpool's is ending now, whilst Man United is still in the middle of theirs.
Yeah.
But there's nothing
reckon-
to worry about, and plus they're expanding another stand at Anfield, so that's another source of revenue.
True.
Yeah.
Alright.
And also, I don't think Liverpool really need to fix their squad for next year. Compared to like Man City, got need a lot of replacements. So do United, Arsenal, Chelsea do as well. Tottenham.
Yeah.
So they've got the
Yeah.
big clubs in in the Prem. They need to do a lot of rebuilding. And I don't think Liverpool necessarily do right now.
No, it's just the depth. That's the only thing we're
Just
concerned
depth,
with.
yeah, exactly.
It pains me to say, but I agree.
You can do that with youth players, though, can't you? Like next year, you can just just bring some of your youth players through because that's what the fans of Liverpool are wanting right now is like, a couple of youth players.
Yeah,
You
I
never know, you
think
can
a
find a
lot
gem.
of teams will be looking towards the academies with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
current
Yeah.
because the situation with how so many teams worrying financially. I think we'll see a lot of
Might be.
academy players come through.
It might be more beneficial for the England setup as well, to be honest. I know that Spurs brought back one of the players. Well, he just finished his loan with Leighton Orient, and he seems like a good player. He's played all the matches. He's like 18. They've brought him into the squad.
Well, I don't know about Spurs. Oh, sorry, you're not finished.
I don't know. That's it. Yeah, go.
I was saying I don't know about Spurs, but a lot of the academy players coming through Liverpool are not generally English.
Oh right, okay.
For example, some of the highest prospects, you've got Curtis Jones, which is English.
Yeah.
But then you have Williams at right back. I think he's Welsh. I might be wrong on that. Then you have whoever, who is also a right back. He's Dutch, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's weird that a lot of teams now, they've got like 16-year-olds from a different country just coming through the ranks.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's still a great feeling though, knowing that your club has produced a talent.
Yeah.
It's
I
a great
agree.
feeling.
Yeah, I think you get that connection with them as well, and you see that you watch them throughout. So like with Harry Kane, you see him. It's the biggest example I know of.
Even though it's an Arsenal fan.
I think he just played for him, didn't he, at the start? So you see him just like rise through, and then if they make it, and then you get that. You feel more affiliated towards them. I think as well
Yeah.
with players like that, the youth players that are coming through your setup, you're a lot more forgiving with them. So if they mess up, if you get a signing that's coming for like 20, 30 million, you just do it wrong, you're like, oh, you fucking twat.
Yeah, it's like get a replacement.
Yeah,
Instant
you
pressure,
just
isn't
play,
it?
does it? You're like, oh, it's okay, mate, it's fine. Next time.
And plus,
So,
youth players tend to get bled in at games which are less
Yeah.
importance. You know?
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah, we've got more time. Plus if they've come through the ranks, they know the club, don't they, a bit better and stuff, and they understand what it's supposed to be to play for them. So
Yeah, and they've got a point to prove as well.
yeah, I mean, example as well. Like, look at Tanganga. He came through.
Yeah, it seems
back in,
great.
and he looks really good. He's made a
Looks
couple
really
of
good,
mistakes
yeah. And
here
he's
and there,
rapid.
but
Jake,
Yeah.
he's bound to.
Jake, who's
Yeah.
that left back that's come through? He's good. I like him.
Say again, sorry.
The left back for United.
Oh yeah, Brandon Williams.
Yeah, he looks half decent.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, he's been really impressive this season. He's helped Shaw become more competitive as well
Yeah,
because they're
that's
both fighting for the
important.
same position.
Yeah.
So they're both improving each other. I think Brandon's learning it from Luke as well, and Luke's got that competition finally, which I think he needed for years just to push him a bit to be more.
Yeah.
Just push him up.
Would you say that's genuinely been a weak spot for United the past few seasons as well? Left back.
Yeah.
Because you've been a bit.
Sorry. We were playing Ashley Young left back only at one point, so that shows
Yeah,
how bad
he's
how
doing
bad it's
well
been.
for Inter now, isn't he? He was
They do bits over there.
playing tonight.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched much of it, but
And look at Smalling up, bro.
Oh yeah.
They call him like
League
Small
players
Dini
who
or
are
something,
there.
don't they? Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Small Dini. Something like that.
But isn't he wants? Does he want to come back to?
He
United?
wants. No, he wants to go to Rome,
Does he?
but Rome want to buy him on the cheap, and United like no.
Yeah.
Fair
A lot
enough.
of
Yeah.
time for.
Yeah, and I think United are paying half
Well,
his
that's him.
wages right now as well.
Yeah. Same with like Sanchez, we're paying half his wages as well
Yeah.
at the moment.
That's the problem with big contracts. You can't shift them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On their
Some
own.
clubs, especially around Europe, can't afford to pay it. It's only Premier League clubs, which obviously Madrid and and Barcelona actually probably afford them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it, and then you've got to take the hit when you loan them out or
Yeah,
what have you
definitely.
else. I mean, like Arsenal are struggling to shift Ozil, aren't they? Because how
Like
much is he on?
500k a week. 500k, I think.
Crazy.
Is it 350?
No, it's 500k.
Yeah.
I think.
500?
I think it's 500.
Well,
Not 350.
Yeah,
I thought
but
it was 350.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
a big Google. Ozil's wages. I think
it's a lot for a luxury player anyway.
I swear it was nearly like 500k a week.
To be fair, no, I kind of get where they're coming from with that signing because he was going to leave on a free, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the player you would have to get to replace his type of quality when he's on his day, you would have to spend quite a bit of money in the transfer market.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it, but at the same time, he wasn't performing consistently like he used to do before the contract.
Yeah.
You know?
It says here 350k a week, annual salary 18.2 million a year.
Shiver.
Yeah,
And he's getting paid 8 mil. Well, Aubameyang's on 200k a week, which is crazy.
See, like if I was him, if I was Aubameyang, I'd be looking at Ozil thinking, I want that much. I want what he's on.
That's
Yeah.
what's happened at United with Sanchez.
Same
like,
age
all
as well. Same age.
players like Rashford want bumper contracts because they see Sanchez how badly he was playing and thought we're doing better than him. Why can't we get that much? So that's why Rashford on like 250k a week or something. Ridiculous.
You start that precedent and then the rest of them are just bumping them all up, aren't they?
That's it. I'm sure it'll be the same with. I'm surprised it hasn't happened at Juve with Ramsey.
Yeah, I don't know how they
Ramsey
managed to
signed
justify that.
crazy contract. I bet Pjanic was like, "What the fuck? I've been the best midfielder here for a few years."
Yeah.
And I don't get paid anywhere near the same as this random Welsh cunt.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be the maddest signing in the past couple of years, right?
Yeah, probably right. Yeah.
Not just because I mean Ramsey's a good player, but it came out of nowhere signing for Juve, and he's on, was it 400 grand a week?
Yeah.
Something like that. Juve love signing free players, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
It's the same with Herrera at PSG. You know, like his contract run down, and then they're offering him like 200 grand a week. United wouldn't offer him that much. They thought, yeah, we'll let my contract go and go to PSG, earn more money.
I like
Yeah.
him. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't like
him.
watching him. He winds me up because he's one of them rat players.
Yeah.
But he's very good at what he does.
I think the biggest threat in the game is probably Di Maria.
I remember him spitting on the Man City badge at half time a few seasons ago when we came back from 2-0 down to win 3-2. And then I also always remember him getting Gerrard sent off for his last game against United, which is quite funny to look back on.
Yeah, I thought you would remember that. I bet that's in your bank, isn't it?
Yeah. You refugee. I'm PG. Don't play this leg, I think.
Yeah, I bet Gerrard thought, fuck it, if I'm going to go out taking this rat cunt with me. I'll give you something to cry about.
That was going through his head, yeah.
What wound me up about Herrera is he would clip people's heels, he would pull shirts, he would, do tactical fouls, but the second someone did the same to him, he'll be straight into the referee's ear, whining and bitching.
Yeah.
God, man, if you're gonna be like a player who wants to get physical with other players, don't be a bitch when it gets done to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for him. It wasn't that bad of a player either. Like,
No,
it
was good. I liked him as a player for what his job was. He was good at it.
Yeah.
It's with him. I think if you had him on your team, you'd love him.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, let's say McTominay or McTominay. I would say better than Fred. I think he was better than Fred when he left, but I think Fred's improved a lot. And now I take Fred over Herrera now. But
Yeah, I think Fred's improving.
I'm McTominay.
Really good at the moment.
Hopefully, he can continue when we play Tottenham.
Well, hope not. Hope he's
Which
bang out of
is
form.
next Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Friday. Yeah,
So the 19th.
6 days.
How funny would it be? First game week, Harry Kane breaks his leg again.
That'd be,
I would laugh. I'd put a bet on that happening.
Yeah, he's never broke his leg, so
Well, this time he's broke his leg.
Oh, that would not be nice. That would be horrible.
Isn't
Yeah.
it 2-footed by Jones or something?
Hold on, don't be playing. Don't be silly.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
alright, then he's safe. He's safe then, isn't he?
Mhm.
If anyone's,
2-footed by
think-
Lingard.
yeah, well, Lingard won't be playing either. Fernandes is
Probably
playing,
will be.
so.
It's going to be...
Nah, maybe Bruno.
Have you seen the face masks that Lingard's releasing?
Yeah.
No.
I understand
No,
that it's
no.
a nice thing for him to do.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. So he's selling a face mask for 13 quid, and all proceeds will go to the NHS, which is a great
Oh,
thing for
that's
him to
all.
do. It's nice.
Yeah, it's good.
But
Yeah.
he's put his logo on the masks, and his
Oh,
logo
yeah.
looks like it's been drawn by a 13-year-old kid.
On the
Yeah,
bright
I've seen
side,
it.
like,
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
definitely keep people 2 meters away from you if you're wearing that one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. He did it on purpose.
Do you know what's funny? And has he lost millions of pounds for his brand? Like, he's investing more money in his company than
You
they've
don't
made money.
want to buy Lingard shit, do you? Let's be honest.
No.
No one
Not
looks.
if it looks like that.
No one's looking at Lingard thinking, "Damn, I wish I could look like that."
Damn. The people are like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you wearing? Oh, do you know that squad rotation play for Man
Just-
United?
Yeah. Do you remember that
Good
player who
squad
scored
of
that
Brothel.
really good goal for England that one time? Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
No, thanks.
I don't think there's any footballer I would wear.
No, me
Can you
neither.
think of it?
No, I like some of the when clubs like do collaborations with brands and stuff. That's kind of cool, but
Yeah.
I don't think I could buy like I don't know Neymar's
Yeah, not now.
t-shirt or something. It'd
Yeah.
just be strange, like
Would
especially
be.
at our age as well. I think our
Yeah.
age, I don't think it's targeted for us,
No, I think it's more
Being
for
around
younger.
26
But
and
in
that, it's
saying
not
that, David Beckham made a shit ton of money off
Yeah, with
this.
Predator.
No,
He got to
his
go back
own
with
brand.
Jordan as well.
His own
yeah.
brand, not
Ah,
collaborations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you could tell, but his marketing was based towards like
I think Beckham might be the only one I actually would buy from, in the sense like his aftershave
Yeah.
is pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Plus, he's been building it for a long time now, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah.
So
Probably Cristiano
actually-
Ronaldo, but I wouldn't
Nah.
buy it personally. But
he's got his own
Some
perfume,
people-
hasn't he? But
yeah, yeah.
I never thought about going. Oh yeah, that'd be good.
No, it's
Yeah.
definitely Beckham. He's a lot more. I mean, he's more. I guess.
It's very remarkable.
Yeah, whereas Ronaldo is a bit too
Without the football, yeah.
egotistical. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you market Ronaldo for the football and what he's achieved, but with Beckham, he seemed to manage to distance himself from it. So it was like
he's quite.
He's very
it's
smart about it.
clever what he did, yeah. So when I think of David Beckham stuff now, I don't think of the footballer. You think of
You think of
his
him
celebrity
himself,
life.
don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's fair. When I was
He's
a
his own
kid, I used to
brand,
buy. Yeah,
he is. Yeah.
he is now, but like when I was a kid, I used to buy every Predator boot because of Beckham, pretty much. Beckham and Zidane. I used to buy every single Predator boot there was.
True. Yeah. Well,
That's
Predator's
Ginger.
good as well.
Mm.
So did you say you have another question for Joe?
Where do you think our four clubs will be in the next 5 years? Genuinely. Jones wants to for Arsenal and I wants to be United or whatever. And
Out
so
of
on.
our four clubs, I think Liverpool will probably still be dominant.
Yeah.
I think United will probably be up there, just because they're doing smart signings. If they keep the same manager, keep signing new players who are good, working around like Rashford, keep Martial. If you end up signing Sancho, that from free would be insane. Get rid of Pogba,
Yeah. I agree.
get world class CDM as for another centre mid. I think it'll be up there, probably like top three. Probably
Yeah.
push for a title in a couple of years.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Arsenal will be the same joke for a couple of years until we get rid of our owners. Actually,
Yeah.
start investing in our company. Arsenal will still be a joke. And Tottenham, I think Tottenham just needs to sign a few defenders, and they'll probably be up there, back in like third or fourth spot.
Been Spurs do some more rotation as well, because as soon as
Yeah,
like Kane or
let's
someone
hope
gets injured,
This is
it's screwed.
Yeah,
we've been saying
another
this for
striker
years
and two
now.
centre backs.
Yeah.
But I think Tottenham bounce back by next year.
I hope so.
And then if he's getting all this investment, then yeah, Tottenham should be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
What about
Okay.
you, Drake? Same question to you. What do you think?
I agree with Joe. I think Liverpool are going to be a bit like United were the last decade, like dominant,
Sorry, what was
just
that?
because of how.
That's all I
Just
wanted.
because of
He just
how
wanted
well.
clout, didn't you, Josh? That's all I wanted. He just wanted clout.
Next person,
Just
please.
because of how well they've been run the last 10 years. Like, if you look at Liverpool, they've been run really well the last 10 years. Like, they got new owners in, didn't they? And they built slowly towards that. And
I just
there's
want
stories
to
going about that.
I just want to say,
that-
Joe saw me coming a mile off with that one.
there were stories going on that they wanted Klopp in from the start, but they couldn't get him. And I think Klopp was their manager. Like, he was the man to take them forward, and you can see that he's done that. I'm quite envious, really, of how Liverpool have run. Obviously, United
I wanted Klopp
will
at
get back to
Arsenal.
that. I think everyone would say that now.
Yeah. No,
Everyone's
I,
Klopp, but-
when Klopp was at Dortmund, I wanted him ever since.
yeah, he was at Dortmund as
My
well.
favourite manager.
I think with United, like what Joe said, if we keep doing the right things in the transfer market, buying players who want to be there, buying exciting players, attacking players, players for the back positions, I think then we'll also catch up with Liverpool, but it's going to take us at least 5 years to be
I think
competing
Chelsea-
again. I think.
Yeah.
Should
I
be
think
both.
Chelsea could overlap Man City, I reckon.
Yeah, Chelsea is interesting.
I think
though,
Chelsea could be a dark
because
horse.
Manchester City, if Pep does leave in the next, let's say Pep leaves in the next couple of years,
Yeah.
it's either going to go two ways with Chelsea. I think either they're going to get the players they need, which they look like they're doing. They're making some really good signings.
Yeah.
And
And they're trying to get rid of dead weight as well.
Yeah, Lampard does the job with the new players, or
Yeah.
he's out of his depth, unfortunately, and they bring someone else in who can do it.
Yeah, we'll have to see next year. But he's done good this season. He's doing the right things. Like, he's getting rid of dead weight. He's getting rid of, he's trying to get rid of William. He's trying to get rid of Pedro. He's trying to bring new players here who knows he can do a job.
Well, I think Pedro
I know he
was leaving
trusts.
a free anyway. He was
Yeah, but he's trying to get rid of him anyway. And he's trying to get rid of William.
I think this transfer window will be vital for Chelsea.
I
I
think
think
Yeah.
they'll be
killing it
determined
so
on
far.
that.
They are killing
Yeah.
it. If they get
If they-
Werner
Yeah.
as well.
If they get Werner, they'll have Werner Ziyech. Apparently, they're linked with Havertz as well, which
really?
I've heard that their evaluations are far apart at the moment, but could never know. Imagine if they had those three. Even those three would be.
Yeah.
would be
And
unbelievable.
Abraham as well.
They're
Abraham's
even going for Chilwell, which is not
Yeah.
as much of a glamorous signing as the other ones, but it's a position they need.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what is it? Alonso's on his way out, and he's pretty old now.
Alonso's been shite for a couple of seasons.
That's true. Yeah.
Azpilicueta's
agree.
aging now.
Yeah.
They've got a good youth coming through. They got
Chelsea always kick have
Yeah, that
few
right
players,
back.
don't
What's
they?
that right back's name?
Nathan.
Anyway, he looks talented. He looks
Yeah.
good.
It's really good. Yeah.
And they also have Tammy Abraham. He's not bad for a second choice striker.
God no. And then you've got Hudson
Yeah.
Odoi. You've got Gilmore, who looks pretty good in centre mid as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking pretty solid, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that obviously that transfer ban, like I said, it benefits them now, but I think it benefited them then as well because they actually started playing some of the young players that they had on loan for about 8 years. So
Yeah.
Like, look at the players who they got rid of in the past. Like, obviously, De Bruyne and Salah. Can you imagine if they were still in Chelsea's squad now?
I don't know if
yeah.
they'll be good as they are because when they left, they managed to.
Yeah, they proved
Yeah,
themselves, I
yeah.
guess.
But it is an interesting
experience.
argument. If
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah.
say, for example, that they became as good as they are now. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
Did you hear about that thing where they had so many players on loan that the WhatsApp group they set up for all the loan players, they ran out of space in the
yeah.
That's crazy.
Bloody hell.
group. Yeah. But there was one point when they just had crazy
Yeah,
amounts
so
of
many.
players
Oh,
on
did
loan.
everyone.
Like,
Yeah.
That King didn't know. Do you know what was at Bournemouth?
I don't even know. I remember
Yeah,
Yeah, he
They had,
was a
like,
player.
a shit ton of players at that Dutch team. I can't remember the name now.
Oh,
Begins with
it's
V. I think?
VVV Venlo in it.
Yeah, something like that. And yeah, I think Solanke played for him as well.
Oh, right. See, this is it. I mean, they just hoovered everyone up, but I mean, they are getting charged for it now. They do some dodgy. Do you see that they went and signed 2 youth players and broke lockdown rules to sign them?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
They're still at
I
it,
don't-
aren't they? Yeah.
Something
I don't think,
Still
like,
like,
yeah. Yeah, I don't think like Chelsea planned for how good of a job Lampard's actually done for him. He kind of like made him realise that okay, we don't need to sign all these players. We've got all this youth. You know, we can save money. We can be smart. You know, if we follow Lampard, you know, support him. You know, it might be beneficial in the long run. I think that's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
I think pressure's on him next season now. This season he had a free
Yeah.
pass because of the ban,
Yeah, definitely.
but now he's
Yeah,
getting the players that the club needs. And if other clubs are in a bad situation, they're not going to go out and get players they need. So for Chelsea's situation, they're probably the best going into next season compared to how they were the season before.
yeah, I agree.
I think the worst teams coming out of this will be, out of the top 6, will be Spurs and Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree with that. Unless we get the centre backs we need, and if we get a good striker, I don't think we'll be as bad off. I think we'll be like mid-tier.
I'm just
I
saying
think
that
we'll be
because
okay.
I don't know what Spurs' revenue is like now, but I can't imagine it's up there with the other.
I'd agree, but
I
think
know you've
because,
made a lot of improvements in that aspect. I don't want to say Spurs aren't making any money because I know you've done well over the past few years.
Oh yeah, they're making fucking shit. I think they're like the 8th richest club in the world now.
Really? Okay.
In terms of revenue, yeah.
So this is what I mean.
Based on
Really
based on because they signed a massive sponsorship with Nike. Like, was it last season or season before? So they've got revenue streams there, the stadium. But the problem is obviously with this whole situation now, they've paid, what was it, 1.2 billion for this stadium that's going to generate unbelievable amounts of revenue for him, but at the moment it can't, so it's just literally just sat there as a brick.
That's the thing, isn't it? And
That's mad.
what's the deal with the NFL?
So that I think the contract was signed for this season and next, so
That's the thing.
it will still go ahead. It's just as and when we can get back to, and then all the gigs, because they built it as a, not just a football stadium, they built it as a revenue stream for other things. So you've got obviously all the gigs, the other live events. They're supposed to play rugby as well.
To be like another Wembley in a sense.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And then you've got I think they have like a outdoor sports complex as well.
Yeah, from what I've
indoor.
seen of the stadium, it looks unbelievable. It's clearly the best stadium in the country right now. Easy.
Yeah.
And across Europe, I mean, obviously I don't know as much across Europe, but I'm sure it's up there in the top 5 in Europe.
Yeah, it looks great.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
probably, definitely.
but this is it. Like, because of everything, it was basically, this is to take us to the next level.
Yeah.
Like, and to get us the money to be able to compete with the clubs that we can. And then all this happened, so then kind of stalled a little bit with that. But I'm sure once it all picks back up, it'll be fine. I think Spurs do have an advantage just because of how financially sound they run.
That's
like,
true.
they're not running a bad way. So, like, other clubs that, like, I know I saw a report that eight teams are running their wages at like 80% of their whole revenue, so they're spending that. So they've got nothing left after player wages, which just isn't sustainable. So
Yeah.
I think Spurs coming out of this will probably be a lot better off than a lot of clubs. But time will tell, obviously, to see how they.
What I meant by that now was the squad itself and having the ability to recruit players. Because I understand, I'm not saying Spurs will be in financial trouble. What I'm saying is they won't have the financial power like Chelsea to replace or fill in the gaps they need.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what we'd do with that.
But then again, saying that you've managed to get by in the past few seasons with the same situation, so
yeah, I mean, looking at our squad, it's not bad. I mean,
you've got some fantastic players. It's just
it's just the depth, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
always.
But
for example, there is a lot of free transfers popping up.
Yeah,
so maybe.
Another thing, yeah. I wonder what the free transfer market will look like.
This is it. I mean, we've been linked with that PSG right back, Munir.
The last one worked so well.
Yeah, I know. Don't tell me about it. As long as you don't get some haircuts, it's fine. That Ryan Fraser seems like a pretty decent backup player.
Oh yeah,
you know what?
he is.
I think you should. Who would you have? Who do you have in midfield then? You have Lo Celso,
Lo Celso,
Wait,
Sissoko, Tanguy and Ndombele,
yeah.
Dele Alli. We got Skip. It's pretty stacked in the field. It's pretty stacked.
I don't know why Oliver Skip winds me up so much. The name itself, I don't know. The guy
Yeah,
I've played like 3 times, but his name I don't know what it is.
Oh, he's such a good player. Like, he is really good. He just needs to get the minutes now.
I'm sure he is. I don't know what it is with his name now, and I just don't like his name.
Just don't like his name. What do you make call him instead?
No. It's just a weird irrational thing. I don't know what to say.
No, yeah, it's true. Yeah, so we're pretty hammered in midfield, to be fair. Oh, and we got Fernandez as well for.
Oh yeah. See, I was
for
going
2
to say.
seasons.
Is he still on loan or?
Yeah, on loan for 2 seasons. Oh, 18 months.
Well, maybe this would be better for Arsenal then. Adam Lallana's free at the end of this season.
Maybe.
And
I think you do a job.
he's good. It's just a fitness thing, but he's a very smart footballer. He's great with his feet.
Yeah.
He works his ass off. He's smart at pressing. I think a lot of people forget when Klopp first came to Liverpool, Lallana was one of our most important players in the terms of starting the press, keeping the ball, being smart in tight spaces.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
Yeah.
He's just been absolutely riddled with injuries of the past couple of seasons, which is a shame because I really like him. But what can you do if you're injured all this time?
That'd be a smart move, I reckon.
I'm just trying to think of who else is on the free this season as well. Klein is leaving on a free, but I think he's fucked physically.
Yeah, he's past it.
Yeah, I think he could do that.
His back is really done in, I think.
Try to think of some Diego Costa's coming on a free, I believe.
Yeah, he's rubbish. I won't sign him.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him now.
Yeah, not now, but maybe you could snap up William.
Oh yeah.
Maybe for a year or two. I think he'll do a job, to be fair.
He's the most either Arsenal signing ever or Mourinho signing, because he's...
Yes.
Did he get along with
what
Mourinho, or was he a part of the group
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
against
He
him?
really likes Mourinho, but we really don't like him. I don't think the fans would not take to William whatsoever.
No, especially after the drama of
yeah,
but that is the most Arsenal signing ever, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, I reckon he could go there. I reckon William would go there. To be honest with you, because I think he wants to stay in London as well. And like, if Spurs do go in for him, then Jesus Christ. But I can't see it personally.
What about
But
United?
stranger things happen.
Jake, have they got anyone leaving on a free at the end of this season?
I'll just check in on Google as you were speaking. The only player I can find is Cameron Bothwick-Jackson, who
Okay.
that's the only player I can find who end of contract this year. So I think Angel Gomez is another youth player. I think he was going to leave on a free, but I think he recently signed a new contract, so he's not on the list anymore of like players leaving at the end. Yeah, so that's all I can find from that is Cameron Bothwick-Jackson, who I think he was on loan at Leeds at one point, and apparently it was crap. So
Yeah, I think he was he
so.
on loan at West Brom as well, I think?
And I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it was Leeds.
Defender, right?
Yeah, left back.
Looks a bit weird.
Yeah, he used to play left back for Van Gaal a few years ago,
I remember now.
and he used to have a very good cross on him, but I don't know what's happened to him since then. I think maybe he signed his pro contract, maybe went to his head a bit, and he's just
I think it's
kind of
the
lost
case
his
where
attitude a
lots of
bit.
Youth players, they come through and they just find themselves out the depth.
Yeah, I think
not lucky with the first few games. They just hit the ground running, and then they don't have the quality to keep it up.
I think money gets to them as well. Like once they get
that's
big
what I'm thinking.
paychecks, okay, I can relax now. I made it.
Really,
But
like, keep on
really,
it.
they haven't.
Don't know, because you can easily be replaced at a top club like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like when you're young, you made it. You go, okay, got a pro contract and getting paid crazy amount of money. You go, okay, I don't really need to work now. I don't really need to prove myself, and I get lazy.
I think that says a lot about you.
That's what I think.
Over
Yeah, I agree. He's not more like the footballer, but it does happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does happen.
Yeah.
Of course it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you all something, but I'm just going to nip to the toilet first because I am dying.
Alright, we'll take a 5-minute interval.
Come staying. There's a
Sorry,
little
guys.
tactical wank.
Oh, I can't believe it. It's like got 10 minutes into an hour. Okay, not wait 10 minutes, then we're at an hour.
It's our little tactical wank.
2 minutes.
I can't believe he's gone during the middle.
No.
What the
Should we
fuck?
bitch about Dan? Let's bitch about Dan.
I'm gonna keep recording just so anyone, the one person who listens to this can understand what bullshit this is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably cut this bit out if I'm honest, but...
No, keep it in. This is... I want people to know what the fuck we're dealing with.
Yeah, Dan's got a little bitch bladder for anyone listening.
Yeah, well, you know what Dan is? He's whipped and he's a full-time bitch.
And he likes being pegged.
And he's got a thing for 50p coins, Dan. But you have to find out on a later show why Dan likes 50p's so much.
Euros.
Well, yeah. No, it was a 50p.
The 50p
It was
as well?
it was mainly British coins.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a...
There's like some 2p's and
That's-
20p. Well, quite a few 20p's and 50p. I think it was a quid. I think it was like £2, which I took back. I was like, well, not back.
That's a teaser for future episode.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the people listening up there. How many people do you think will listen to this episode?
We'll have to find out.
Oh man. Oh, what's that?
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Hello.
Hello,
are you?
Daniel.
Sorry, I'm not a big boy and I can't hold my pee into.
Yeah, you got a little bitch bladder.
We'll set a rule next time and make sure 10 minutes before we start that you've been to the toilet and done your
I
stuff.
I
Yeah.
did.
You
Right.
did? I was been drinking.
Fucking shitloads. Sorry.
What are you
Some
drinking?
water. Downy water.
I've been sat there for the past 20 minutes, like holding it and holding it. Alright,
Dan, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
that's fine. I'm alright with that.
What are you drinking? Just water?
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke?
That'll be it.
Mate,
Bit of caffeine in it.
a lot of chemicals in there, them sweeteners, mate.
Love it, mate. Love that. Whatever.
I'm drinking Bimpto Fizzy. Anyone knows? Who cares?
Yeah, I've got a question.
No, not really.
Jake,
Mm.
when's the last time you had a glass of water?
Oh, bloody hell. I
Come on, man, that's bad.
say about 4 years ago. Nah, I think I might have had one last week.
2008.
Yeah. When United last won the Champions League, that's my last one a glass of water. But, I think I had one last week when I was very hungover.
You know
I drink a lot of flavoured water because
doesn't count.
I don't really like. I don't like flavourless water.
To
I like strawberry water.
To celebrate the new podcast, I think you should go get a glass of water
Yeah.
and drink it.
Do I have to?
No, you
I'll
don't.
drown yourself, DJ.
I've got a
Don't
glass.
have to.
Yeah, so.
Personally, I think you should drown yourself with it.
What, in a glass or
Yeah.
my head won't fit, Joe.
Well, you just get a cup and then you just stick your nose in it and then put your head back with the cup over.
So like you're talking from
Yeah.
experience there, mate.
Yeah, I think Joe's tried this at home.
I'm just picturing it when Jake does put his head back. I don't know what's going to stop the water spilling out
Yeah.
everywhere, but
I think Joe just wants some water
We'll
block
find out.
by the sound of it.
Yeah. Maybe.
Alright.
I can't believe
So,
it.
anyone else got a question?
Yeah, I do. Why don't you drink
Yeah.
water?
I just don't like it. I just don't like water. Like, it's just not got any flavour to it. There's nothing to it. It's
What are you?
tasteless.
Are you 27?
It's tasteless.
Are you 27 now?
26, but pushing 27
Yeah.
in about
What the fuck?
4 months. I do think water is just very rare.
That's mental.
It is mental.
It's
That
just
is
very rare.
Crazy.
Like, do you just like?
How is your body still going?
all I need is Guinness. Like, that's all I need to keep going.
I guess there's somewhere in there somewhere.
Do you know what I don't get?
Guinness, so then I'm fine.
Yeah.
Do I don't get how Dan on a night out can drink isotonic and vodka. I don't get it. I can't do that shit.
I love that. It's the
It's the most vile drink I've ever tasted. I cannot do
Iced
that
tea and
shit.
vodka or iced tonic?
it's
Isotonic.
tonic water,
Tonic water.
vodka, vodka, and some lime cordial.
I can't do it,
It's
mate.
not too, you know
No.
what is the most vile drink?
It's not like me
I've
either.
had? That fucking hooch.
Oh, that's grim. That.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is
I like
pure vile. That is this
Yeah.
like sugar.
Nah.
Sugar
Yeah,
in a
you
bottle.
drink it,
It's
and
so
it makes you want to throw
disgusting.
up, doesn't it? You get that. Oh,
I
I
like
like
it.
huge.
Yeah.
do you like woodpecker as well?
Yeah.
Everyone likes woodpecker.
No, we do. Oh, I
No,
hate
no,
it.
no, no.
Absolutely, it's horrible.
You used to love woodpecker in your cockpit days.
No, mate. No, I was on the. I was
Oh.
on the Carlin for £2. Carlsberg. Piss
I
water.
had to pay the extra 20p for the woodpecker.
Yeah.
$2.20. So annoying.
Mate, I just want to know how many calories are in a bottle of hooch.
I'll find out for you right now.
It's not just the calories as well, it's the sugar. How much sugar's in that shit?
Yeah, the first time I discovered hooch.
Oh, hello.
The first time I discovered hooch, I was at a knife party, foam party, paint party,
Yeah.
rave, we can call it. And yeah, it was fun. I got so destroyed.
Yo, there's 300 calories per bottle.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
Sugar per bottle, right? 29 grams.
what's the daily guideline for sugar?
Oh, I don't know, Jesus. Daily guideline for sugar.
Just look up the guideline for sugar.
No more than 30 grams a day.
Oh my god.
It bangs your allowance in one drink. Holy shit.
It's not just them two things as well, I bet it's full of shit.
And it's buy one get one free on a night out.
Do you remember when Dan had the coke addiction?
Wait, what?
Dan used to be addicted to coke.
What?
Coca-Cola, you mean?
Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Usually
be
addicted.
careful when you're talking about coke on a night out.
Yeah.
My nose is Rex, boys.
Yeah. Dan used to be literally addicted to Coca-Cola.
I still am.
You used to drink like 2 litres a day, didn't you?
I used to
Really,
drink
like 16.
a lot of sugar stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, right?
Monsters
still
and
am.
shit.
Yeah. I can't. You know what's smart? I can't drink sugar drinks anymore either.
No.
Yeah.
No, I just drink Diet Pop now.
Yeah, because like I tried to drink one. Like you think, I'll have a treat, I'll get some sugar, Coke, whatever. It sticks to your teeth. It's horrible. I can't do it.
It's awful.
Not about it.
I don't know about you lot, but I feel really guilty when I'm drinking it as well. So it's like 30% of your guideline. It's mad.
Yeah, and it's just in that drink. And you're like every
Yeah.
oh man, no. It's when you go to a restaurant or something. Oh, do you remember those days? Do you remember the days when you could do that?
The before that.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, we ain't got any Diet Coke." And I'm thinking, "Oh shit, shit."
What can I do?
Here, I got. How much better does it taste when you get it in a glass bottle instead of the
Oh.
plastic?
Oh, it's filthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's crazy how much difference it makes. When's the last time you had a
I
glass,
found the same
you
with
had a glass
beers.
of water, Joe?
Today, I drink water all the time.
Yeah, see? Good lad.
Good lad.
Yeah.
I like that.
I had about maybe 3 pints of water today.
You see that Drake keeps himself hydrated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Wow.
But
I drink
anyway,
flavoured water.
Proud of you.
I want to change
Keep it
subject
up.
now because I find this quite interesting. Do you know all about Tottenham Stadium?
Yes.
And how there was planning on having quite a few NFL games, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And apparently there was going to have a franchise in London, like take all the franchises from American and have it in London, and it was going to play in the Northwest Conference.
All right.
So I
Okay.
find it really interesting.
Well, that would be quite cool.
So they play with the New York Giants, the Jets, the Miami. Something who else there is. The Eagles from Philadelphia.
Did
So,
the
yeah, I find it really interesting.
did the rumor who would be like taking over that as a club or
I'm just reading now,
franchise?
but I can remember from when I was like reading back, maybe like a year or two ago, it was going to be the New York Giants or the Jets
Right. Okay. But moving
But-
over to
moving to London.
How would that work? Like, just so.
it's so crazy that American clubs.
Yeah, well, Americans don't really. Well, the NFL, it's they don't really have the franchises. So quite a few of them have moved around, and same with the NBA. It's like
But it's one thing, something like what's the furthest the club's ever moved? It's one thing going from the west coast of America to the
yeah,
east, which is
yeah.
crazy in itself.
Yeah.
But to go across the Atlantic, that seems way.
Well, it's a 6 hour flight, so it's not that bad necessarily, because think of a flight from, from one side of America to the other, it's like an 8 hour flight,
I know,
so
but
it
they
could
don't
potentially
play.
work.
They don't play coast to coast, no, do they? They have their own divisions.
No, they do conferences and then
Yeah, 6 hours is
I
a
d-
long flight, man.
yeah, I know.
It's very true. But I know that isn't it with like rugby league where
Well,
there's
yeah,
a
rugby league,
Canadian
we've got
team,
they have a Canadian team
and they
in
fly
Super
over for a
League.
month, right? For a month at a
Yeah.
time, and they play all the games in that month, and then fly back, and then the other teams will fly over there for the month.
That's
Yeah.
just stupid.
That is crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I think because don't make the NFL the biggest sport in the world,
Whoa.
but it's too American, though, isn't it? It's too much of an American
Well,
sport.
it's a very
They
big
won't be able
shout.
to. You can't compete with football, can they? No, can compete
No.
with football.
Nothing can I don't think there.
No, you
But
can,
it's- yeah,
the thing about
it's
football
interesting.
is that you can just play it in the street with a fucking old bean can.
True, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's everywhere, like it's all over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in everyone's culture. It's
In some
NFL. It's the culture. It's everyone knows that. Okay, it's an American sport, and if you find an American sport, you'll follow it. If you're not, you don't really care about for it.
I feel
Whilst
like
football, it's so globally dominant.
yeah.
Isn't baseball bigger than American football?
No,
the
American football's
States.
the biggest.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I always get that saying baseball is American
It
favorite
used to
pastime.
be. It used to be. The 60s up until the 80s, baseball was
Yeah.
the biggest sport,
Uh,
and NFL just came massive in the 90s.
Joe, have you seen the movie Moneyball?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, it's really good. It's about well, I won't get into too much now because we've just gone over an hour recording, so I don't want to go into too much. But it pretty much is just when they started using statistics in baseball and scouting players.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really good. It's a good movie. It's got Brad Pitt in it, and Jonah Hill, and Chris Pratt. So it's got some really talented actors in it.
is it on Netflix at the moment?
It is on
think I've
Netflix.
seen
It
it on
came
there,
out 3
yeah.
years ago, but it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I might give it a watch.
It's worth a watch. It's really interesting from us. If you're into sports, then it's really interesting.
Yeah.
But I think we should call it there because we are going over an hour. So let's leave some of this material for next week. We'll see what we can talk about there.
All right.
I'm enjoying it.
Alright,
Yeah,
thank
sounds
you
good.
for listening.
Well-
If you're out there, I don't think we'll have anyone listening to us right now, but hey, 0 listeners today. Maybe fucking Dollar Shave Club sponsorship 6 months down the line. We'll see.
And smash that subscribe button and give us a like and peace.